Hey everybody, I'm going to be talking about a modified Weasley pedigree from the movie series Harry Potter. And we're going to be looking at red hair color as an inheritable trait. So we have Arthur Weasley and Molly Weasley. They had Ron Weasley and Jenny Weasley. Ron Weasley married Hermione Granger, and they had Hugo Weasley and Rose Weasley. Jenny married Harry Potter, and they had James Potter, Albus Potter, and Lily Potter. So first we're going to be looking at red hair color as an autosomal dominant trait, in which indeed it can be an autosomal dominant trait. Next, we're going to be looking at red hair color as an autosomal recessive trait. And looking at the pedigree, it indeed can be an autosomal recessive trait. Next, we're going to see if red hair color is an X-linked dominant trait. So we have Arthur Weasley. He is X big A, Y, because he has the trait. Molly Weasley is X big A, X little a. She also has the trait. And they gave the genes of X big A, Y to Ron, who has the trait. And he marries Hermione, who does not have the trait, so she is X little a, X little a. Well, when we take a cross of Ron and Hermione, X big A, Y, X little a, X little a, we see that if they had a son, that son would not have red hair. But looking at the pedigree, we see that their son does have red hair. So this could not be an X-linked dominant trait. Now we're going to look at X-linked recessive. We have Arthur Weasley, who has the trait, and he is X little a, Y, and Molly Weasley, who has the trait, who is X little a, X little a. Well, they pass their genes to Jenny, who has the trait, who is X little a, X little a, who marries Harry, and he does not have the trait, so he is X big A, Y. Well, when we do a cross of them, X big A, Y, X little a, X little a, we see that if they had a son, they must have red hair. And when we look at the pedigree, James and Albus do not have red hair. So this cannot be an X-linked recessive trait. And lastly, we're going to look at if it's a Y-linked trait. And what we notice first is that if it was a Y-linked trait, none of the females directly coming from Arthur and Molly would have red hair. And Jenny does indeed have red hair. So this cannot be a Y-linked trait. And here are my references.